searching for the Marlin 7. Don't move. Here's one in its natural habitat. This is awesome, but yeah, I'm not ready for that. That's a little too much. I think if we built that up a little bit, had the right speed, coming off of that little trail right there. Woo! Someday, baby. I'm not gonna lie, I'm seriously considering this. I was like, man, I could do that. And I got a hardtail too. I don't know. That's gonna be like crash landing. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. So this is the 20. Don't you? Man, take two. So this is the 2021 Trek Marlin 7. Obviously you can see that it doesn't come with a kickstand, but I got this a month ago. I had a Trek before this, had a Trek 4300. It was like 12 years old, and blew out a tire at the last mountain biking trail that I was on. And my goal was to upgrade that bike. And when I went to my local bike shop, the guy set a hook in my mouth and reeled me in and convinced me to buy a new bike instead of trying to upgrade a 12-year-old bike. He said it would be about the same price, so I trusted him, and of course this was the last one left in the warehouse. Old sales technique, but I like it so far. It's got the RockShox Judy. It's a spring fork. It's not an air fork, which I don't know, I've never owned an air fork, so I can't really tell you one way or the other why an air fork is so much better, especially not in Houston. I don't think we really have any terrain that would require an air shock, but anyway. It's got some nice disc brakes on it, Shimano hydraulic. Have no idea how to ever bleed that or change those pads. That's going to be interesting. Probably a lot of trouble. And some upgrades. I swapped out the pedals. I found these Rock Bros on Amazon. I'll put a link in the video. These are pretty awesome though. The bike shop had similar pedals for about 60 bucks. And they just got these cleats on them. And I ended up getting these for about $23, I think it was. But I'm highly pleased. They're pretty lightweight. Yeah, man, my feet don't want to come off of them, which is sometimes a good thing, but when you want to bail, sometimes it's a bad thing too. So anyway, rear disc brakes. Bike's really dirty. You can see that. Swapped out this bar. This is a 20 millimeter, 720 bar, but with a 20 millimeter rise. I just like to sit up a little bit higher when I ride. I was thinking maybe getting a 30 or a 50 actually, because I have my past experiences like BMXs and when I was a kid, and I don't know, I just hate those flat mountain bike bars. But I got this online. It's like 20 bucks, wasn't much. The grips that this thing comes with are actually pretty good. Usually that's the first thing you swap out is your grips, but I kind of like these, so I'm going to keep them. And let's see what else. The seat, specialized. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Switch out components, track, specialized, but I did. So far, all in all, though, it's been a great bike. I like hardtails. I don't really like suspension bikes. It's not really how I ride anyway, so I like the hardtails. Feels more like a BMX. I like the angle of this bike too. It angles really well. The only thing I don't like is I wish I had a second gear up here. These one-bys, they look cool and you get a lot of clearance, but I found that like when I want to, I forgot to tell you this locks, so I can lock the shock and kind of turn it into a road bike. But when I want to do that, I kind of top out on my speed sometimes, where if I had a second gear there, I could probably turn this bike into a more speedy road bike. The set's really nice. I mean, this thing could climb anything. That's one of the benefits. The other Trek I had was maybe a little faster than this bike, but it definitely couldn't climb the hills this thing does. That top gear up there, man. I don't know, you could probably go up the side of a cliff with it. And the derailleur is pretty cool. No complaints there. Shifts excellent. All in all, pretty good bike. Paid about 800 bucks for it. And at the time I thought I was spending a little too much money. At the time I wasn't really planning on spending that much money on a bike, but you know, my goal was to upgrade my old bike. But I'm glad I got this. I've been having fun with it. Anyway, hope that helps.